we're dedicated to helping you live and also feel healthy. And tonight we're excited to kick off our wellness series. And Shannon, these are lessons that come from your heart. Something you had to go through. We're so sorry.
Maybe a little bit of pain too along the way. Over the next week, I'll be sharing some wellness lessons, as you mentioned, that I learned in my recovery from rotator cuff surgery the last couple of months. I was out for just a minute, maybe more than a minute. In January, I tore what's called the supraspinatus in my shoulder, and I ended up here at First Rehab in North Palm Beach. A team of therapists trained me hard, an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours every other day. It was painful, okay? I learned a lot, though, about staying fit and working out and the simple things that you can do right from your home to make you live longer and without injury. Very key. Lead therapist Dave Kashuba says keeping your body limber and healthy day in and day out will really help you avoid the need for therapy centers like this one. The steps to wellness, he says, are simple.
Especially as we get older, people don't drink enough water. You know, dehydration is one of the #1 causes of death. I mean, correlated death. If you don't drink enough water, if you have heart attack, you don't drink enough water.
You lose your balance, he said. We turned down his audio there, but he said if you don't drink enough water, you lose your balance. And here in Florida, we need even more water than those 8 glasses a day, right? He said however much you weigh, that's how many ounces you should drink. So hydration to stay well. Another way to make sure you live injury-free longer, work on your core muscles.
From the pelvis to the stomach to the shoulders, everything proximally helps and assists distally. So in order for us not to have injury, you want to develop a routine that stabilizes core.
Your core muscles.
Core muscle.
All right, so strengthening your core decreases your risk of injury for just about anything by 70%. If you just focus on those muscle groups, right? So here are the takeaways and tips for living well longer. Hydration, strengthen that core, practice balance. You can just, put your hand on your counter at home and lift up one foot. Just make sure you're balanced, right? And practice. So, as you grow older, you got that down. And then push-ups and sit-ups, of course. The most comprehensive upper body exercise is a push-up if you're only gonna do one, right? But if you can't get down on the ground and do them, you can use your wall. So you can modify it if you need to. And then this one, squats, or he calls them stand-ups and sit-downs. And I asked Hani to join me over here because I'm going to show you what he's talking about. Stand-ups and sit-downs, what are they? Well, he said, sometimes folks have difficulty standing up, right, from their chair, and you'll see them rock for a minute and then be able to get up. He said, if you just practice standing up and sitting down in your chair, and however old you are, I'm 53, so I need to do this 53 times, right?
Okay.
So whatever your age is, if you're 80, he says you should do 80 stand-ups and sit-downs practicing from your chair every day to live longer and injury-free.
And you can break those up, obviously, in sets as you see fit. But even something as simple as literally going from standing to sitting on a chair and up.
That's right. So if you don't want to call them squats or do the formal thing in a gym, just practice standing up and sitting down.
I was surprised to hear that hydration was the #1 thing, and the core muscles really affect every other muscle in our body.
Yes.
Or it can prevent injuries.
Think about it, water makes up so much of our body. That hydration is critical for everything to operate.
I definitely don't drink enough of it, so thank you.
I don't think any of us do.
Thank you,
especially here in Florida.
Very eye-opening. Thank you for sharing your journey with us. Looking forward to hearing a lot more from your journey.